right, let's talk. Now, Chomper is prime, scary ass shit. Even when I saw his ass coming down the block, I was straighten up. Stay strapped.
I've been looking for you. We're gonna have a good time in here.
Hey, boss! New security system is working a treat.
Okay. So, are you ready? This should be pretty easy. I've kept it simple since you all seem pretty simple in a good way. In a good straight ahead, low IQ kind of. Oh no, let's do. Stop it! It's the new meds. Okay, armed robbery. Here we go. Whew. Here it is. Keep it simple. You go in heavy, you go in well armed. Some of you will do crowd control. The vault team will go downstairs, blow the first vault door with the thermal charges, then use the card to get into the network and open the second vault door. And then look out, because you'll have about 2 minutes before every cop in town is waiting for you outside the bank. So you move fast. You get on the bikes, you split, and then we meet at the rendezvous point, okay? Good luck, people. Nothing can go wrong. It's all good. I'm all good. Huh.
They're celebrating. The father is celebrating that behavior instead of really disciplining and reprimanding him. We know that it's a skit, but the point is it's a skit based on something that really happened. That kind of shit really happened.
Because if you're in school, there's no reason why you shouldn't concentrate, especially at his age. There's no reason why you shouldn't concentrate on those girls.
Well, I guess it's the hormone. Yes, it's a skit that represents reality, Chinky. I mean, it's the hormones. And boys are supposed to like girls. And girls are supposed to like boys. One of the things that I do know is the hormones. Now, I would say this. But if you're a parent, and you're teaching your child yourself, or you're teaching them how to act and teaching them what they're doing, they won't have these issues. Now, if they're at this certain age and you're promoting these actions, then it doesn't matter if it's so yes, we all know that in the same way women go through their own type of puberty, men, little boys go through their own type of puberty with the whole testosterone, and testosterone is going to have you feeling, certain ways. But if you're sitting your child down and enlightening them about what's important, the things that you need to do, then I think the children will come off better, and they won't be turned off as looking at other people as sexual objects and going through all of this type of bullshit. Because he definitely, that little boy definitely be in that teacher being over in that gym like that. And then the daddy coming out to the school saying, yeah. It was just like I was on the morning hustle, and the way I was on the morning hustle, and I was explaining to them, I was having this conversation about how we as queer people show up. We as queer people show up in the we are in the barbershops. Come on now, not only are we in the barbershops, we're in the barbershop, we're hearing our dads. We know that there's some internal. But we're hearing them saying the most vicious and greatest things about right? We're hearing them talk about the heal anger and let you know they do their children. So you have to and every inch of life you stay in the car. Then, you know what I'm saying? You're putting up in this work car, your life is already handed to you. I want you to be a dad. I want you to go to college, get a wife, get a wife, and you're already in here like, hey, I don't feel like this on the inside. So when y'all be sitting up there talking about agenda, we're already given an agenda at birth. We've already decided how we're supposed to live our lives. That's what agenda means. We're already given an agenda at birth. We're already given a list of priorities, what we need to do to be normal in the world and accepted by you as our parents and everything else. We're already given this type of program. Yeah. So, and then when you see something outside of the agenda, this is why when I was on the Jock show, and the guy was over there saying, well, I can't call my cousin. No, she and her. And I told him simply, well, when you're talking to me, pronouns are she and her. If we can't get to this thing where you respect me as my protection,
We don't have anything.
I'm going to disengage from you.
Right.
It doesn't have to be hostile. It doesn't have to be. I'm just going to disengage. And I said, I'm not going to sit here in this space and have this conversation with you talking about me, and I'm not going to call her she and her.
Right.
Because you already told me that her presentation is she.
Right.
And her, and she has a sex name. And so because of that, I'm not going to sit here and call her he.
Right.
I'm going to say she when you're referring to her to me. Now, if she hasn't checked you, if you're watching, I said, if you're watching, you don't have to family or not.
Right.
Disengage.
Yeah.
It doesn't cost you anything to respect anybody's whatever. And then when I went to the and the guy said to me, what if I decide I did? I said, let's suffer the consequences. If that's your idea. Get anybody to change your view. Bad just on occasion. I'm telling you, what's up. You find space to put you down. You won't respect me as I will respect you.
Let me say this though. Let me say this. But he definitely pushed the goalpost. Let me tell you why he pushed the goalpost. You present as a woman.
Right.
He can't present as a wife.
Unless he does,
You can't
go for Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson.
You can't present as a white man. So I'm talking about if you identify, you don't look like a white man. You don't look like a woman. Correct. The thing that I want to add to what you just said a moment ago, about the piece that you said about how our parents sometimes already know which direction they want us to go in. I had a conversation with a friend of mine some time ago, and we talked about as black people. No sexuality involved in this. But as black people, light-skinned black people, were able to pass as white. And so this idea of us learning and knowing how to pass is something that's often important in our bloodstream. So as queer people, we already have this ability and wherewithal on how to pass as straight. It's already a part of us to know how to pass. And so it becomes this thing where as a gay person, that's why it's difficult to act. You may not look like the stereotypical. It's like a code switching, yes. But it's like as an athlete, you're this masculine NBA player or basketball player or football player or whatever. You don't come in the packaging that people expect you to come in. You don't come in the packaging that you expect gay people to come in. Because even with me, when I came into this community before I came into this community, I had this idea, and I think we all, as queer people, have this idea of what gay looks like before we come into the community. For me, I didn't really like the idea of this word gay, because to me, at the time, I thought it meant I wanted to be a woman, I wanted to dress like a woman. You know, we didn't have all this other language about trans, da da da. So my point is, a lot of times, as gay men or lesbian women, we pull back from this idea of being gay or lesbian because we have this preconceived idea of what we think that should mean before we enter this world. What it means and what it looks like. Exactly.
Well, it's because of what I guess you could say
society. It's because of the lack of education, the lack of representation, the lack of visibility for it. And so this is why it is important to place these things in there, even if it's subtle or small, because it allows people to understand that the world is bigger than what you see.
Right. Well, Manny, I would say, do you think it's like representation because when they represent people of the community, when they represent them as a certain type,
as a stereotype,
right? They don't give you.
stereotype.
They don't give you.
The trans girl doesn't look like this. The trans girl looks like a drag queen.
Right.
You can see that it's clearly a man with a bad wig,
So-
bad makeup,
So what you say
maybe a
is
shadow.
Now there's some drag queens that are sickening men.
For sure. What I'm saying is
RuPaul is a sickening
so
drag.
correct. But a lot of times when they depict us in media, trans girl looks like a bad drag job. The gay man is over the top flamboyant. The lesbian looks like she draws the chalk and wears a black shirt.
Now you say, so when you say it's different,
Yeah. And the same thing with black people. That's why I was always saying just like with black people. Media always makes us look like thugs and criminals and blah. That's why white people. If you can't go to Bellinoche, where the hell can you go? And that's why a lot of white people who don't have experience about black people, they clutch their pearls.
what they see.
Because the only images that they've seen of us is what's depicted in the media, television, film, whatever. They see criminals.
Right.
Now, in the Buzz Lightyear, the two lesbian couples that were together, because I haven't watched the movie yet, I am going to watch this with such talk.
Yeah.
They were genius. One of them was a genius, and they actually saved the world.
Yeah.
Why aren't you talking to your grandkid about how a black woman is a genius? Yeah. Saving the world, and she have adopted a kid, and they both have, it has another mother. Yeah. And for the and trains who become adversaries because they're trying to hold these relationships with these people. Yeah. And attack me and say, I don't know anything about kids. And X, Y, and Z. It's like, bro, this is everything you're children. This is about all children.
So they said, Johnson and Solomon said, like for instance, they try to put drag queens with trans people together, and they're two different people straight. People are very uneducated, like saying, I don't know if it's a bathroom or they're just men.
Thank you, Deshaun. It's also kind of like the big debate that we have been going on with the non-binary people and trans people together.
Yeah.
There are a lot of trans people from my generation who I am not. Hear me clearly when I say this. I am no longer confused. I was confused at first because
non-binary people fall up under the umbrella
I'm trans. I was confused at first, but I am no longer confused. They will never cut this part and add this part. But I was in the space of trying to figure out, like, how do they run under the same thing? Because I know that trans people usually try to identify with the binary. Right, either male or female.
Can you explain to me then?
Well, anything that is trans is challenging everything. It's challenging everything to because then one thing about it is I'll never be a female. And I also don't want to have an SRS. So I understand that it's not concerned. So I understand it now. However, it's still in a place of protection.
Yeah.
And a lot of us, and I'm also from a time where representation was definitely instrumental to protecting who you are. Because you couldn't be walking outside giving a free layer of motherfucking goddamn long filter and push diaper. Or whatever. You couldn't be giving these things. Oh, boy, let me get it out. You couldn't be giving these things and talking about fixing my freedom.
You got a lot of shadow.
And you know what happened? There come a time of where presentation completely mattered. Yeah, presentation was, bitch, if you walk the door and you walk off that you're trans, so please listen to my whole statement and not just me. Right, correct. If you walk to the door and said that you were trans, then that means that you can see a woman. Correct. If you walk to the door and you were talking about that you were trans, they need to see a man. In the days and time that we're in now, the people that are identifying as trans and non-binary, it is anybody
know on the inside of being a trans, but I have not managed condition. I have not been conditioned, but I know on the inside of me is trans. And again, you can say this with conviction. Now, this is where I'm still at. Excuse me. I say this with conviction. We inside of our community know that you told me that you're trans, and know that you told me that you're these things. We know what that means. But outside, hold on, I gotta mention that you can tell me. When you step outside of what your community is, and you step outside into the world where the people exist in, and you have it either from the top of this cranial to the other side of this cranial, because you have a full Superman Henry Cavill beard. You got that Rick Ross? Bitch, you got that Rick Ross. And you're going in the female bathroom. You cannot be confused on why these people are like, hey, what's going on? And you're screaming out that you're trans. And they're actually a boyfriend. And they're adding you to that lineup of girl, bitch, whatever. And then the other trans, like myself on the side said, this is not what you said. And she goes, you can't be walking on top of your name is Teresa, bitch. You should be like, yo, what? Because I always go, oh man, I can't put your damn sister. Go ahead, the one with that white trans person. Okay, right here. Right. Ready?
Did you hear about the trans woman who was found guilty of sexual assault after she slept with a man without telling him that she was also born a man? 27-year-old that a man she was attracted to on Snapchat. And after a couple of weeks, they decided to meet at a friend's house for some drinks. Their issue went so well that they decided they wanted to get a little closer. But Sierra told him that she was on her period, so she couldn't take things too far. And he said, okay. So she offered to pleasure him, and he accepted. A few days later, Sierra's new guy friend invited her back to his house, where she met his entire family, and they had to sit there for some more fun. After Sierra left, his family approached him to tell him that they think that Sierra is actually a trans woman. He was confused, but he called Sierra to ask her if it was true, and Sierra blocked him. After some time, she felt a little guilty, so she called him back and confessed that she had actually been born a man, but she was too afraid to tell him. The victim said he became sick to his stomach, so he called the police. During his police interview, he made it clear that he would have never engaged in sexual activity with Sierra if he had known that she was transgender. During the trial, the defense tried to convince the judge that it was obvious that Sierra was actually a male and that the victim was pretending that he didn't know because he didn't want to be embarrassed in front of his friends.
Bitch.
But the prosecution rested on the premise that because Sierra failed to inform the victim that she was actually a biological male, without this information, he could not give his consent. Without his consent, their encounter was sexual assault. Sierra was convicted of 2 counts of sexual assault and 1 count of assault by penetration. The judge granted her bail, and she will be sentenced in October. What do you think of this story? Leave a comment to let me know. I'm Jerica with the T. Follow for more.
Your Honor. Your Honor. I know that lady's name is Sierra, but most people, it's given Charlie. Most things, typically, there was a slight shadow. And you mean to tell me that man that Sierra was involved with did not know? See, that's one of those instances where, just in case, just as a scenario, if Sierra had been killed in that incident, and he pretended that he didn't know that Sierra was trans, that's bullshit. Like, you can't tell me that, and I'm not being funny when I say it, Craig, you have to stop it, because there are cisgender females that look like Rufus right there. Yes, there are. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Fine, they were fools. They were home. But that's the thing. Like, and it's so down there. It's like, they must think that. They must have bumped that up. But my thing is, like, come on now. Look here. But going back to what we said a moment ago, someone like Sierra will show up talking about. So it's just like this. We're talking about, I'm a woman and we're talking about the women's restroom. But just to go back to what you always say, Sierra needs a bed. She needs to go in that shadow. She starts to get you the I'm not doing it because Sierra may be she may be trans non-binary. Okay, well if she is, and trans non-binary people say that they don't need it. Okay, she may not need a bed, but if you're in public, ma'am, you do not need to go to the bed. But trans non-binary people don't need it. Okay, but if you're in the if you're in the public, and they're not, yeah. Okay, but Sierra, they don't need it. Okay, but you need not go into the restroom of the public. And not because I don't, they just demand the restroom. That. Or we just put destination somewhere. Or who the fuck are we with? So that means I can go to the bathroom. I mean, they all decide, if I decide tomorrow, currently right now you don't identify as a trans woman. But who said that? Who said, I identify as a woman? Right. Not even a crime. Don't do that. Stop. Stop. Y'all gonna stop. Y'all gonna stop. Y'all gonna stop. I just don't understand. Y'all gonna stop. Y'all was gonna stop. They just going into the rest of the back. Now we watching with our own. Y'all gonna stop. And I remember that Dominique called us online. And it was smoke. He's like, hold on, that's smoke. See, y'all gonna stop. But that's why I'm gonna keep so stiff out of yeah, y'all gonna stop. Y'all gonna stop being busy. What side of your hungry? I wear heat. Yeah, you need to go into the law. Yeah. Because I know about the box. Because those dick and that number is nothing. And when I wear fall, I wear grease, pound them to the front. I wear big grease because I don't want my stuff to stand all over. Well, stuff be pounded to the front. Like that's not happening. Most Americans I meet, they stuff be pounded to the front like that. Because I don't want it all over the place. That's why I want it to stay put. And so, from the back, when that man started getting that stuff out of the car, he's like, he freaked out loud and said, God damn, that's a big ass knife. Now, why did he think he was a giant? Because he was robbing training. Oh my God! You see, don't worry. That's why I'm in the gym right now. All of this shit gonna be gone. But what you doing when you get to the gym? I work. You see, that's why I gotta start working on my legs. I'm sorry, are you doing any cardio? I do cardio. How much? I do like maybe about a good between 30 to an hour of cardio. Every time you go? Yeah, but I haven't been in a couple of weeks. I see. We've been working. It's okay, but working. But those little pegs. First of all, my titties ain't done no more. My titties have gone down. You see, they real stiff now. They not right. They not how you pull. You get somebody like that, don't you worry about it, bitch. I know somebody like that. You get somebody like it, you don't have no things to worry about. That's true. But you bitches can call me fat all day. Don't you worry about it, bitch. I know somebody like it. Okay. You see, thank you, Mantra. Thank you. He said, "Oh, not that thick." Oh. I'm not. I'll read the rest. And his package looked thick. Yeah, but that man that wrote that, he said, damn, that's a thick ass diamond. And that's why we tell you hoes that we talking about this crazy numbers like women. Not hard to look like y'all.
They're
What you trying
after
to say?
pizza,
Hold on.
specifically. And only something from the mainland will do.
What you trying to say?
Now, I don't suppose you could see your way to flying some
I'm being
over.
slighted right there.
Well, what's she
Business
saying about
class.
his almost there? You're almost there. Okay, back. Put you in a bodysuit is over. Okay.
I might wear a romper to New York.
Put that body, put that rubber on. So that bitch got PCOS. But that's a big ass African guy.
Well, that means it won't be hard for me to transition.
Hey, it would. It would. Put you on next to one piece from motherfucking goddamn rainbow. But I heard you. Yes, I did, and I'm not going to repeat it. I'm not going to repeat it. She said all of them.
This man said, I'm not going to repeat it.
Oh, God.
I'm not going to repeat it.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, yes. Oh. Oh, God. Oh, God. My children are coming in people. My children are here. Oh, my God.
He said, I'm not going to repeat it.
And then proceeded to repeat. My children are here. My children is too deep in here. Get them out. Grown people is talking. Get my children out. Oh, God. I told you time and time again to get my children out of here. Out of here. Oh, my God. Listen to all this grown folk conversation. Yes. But look, what did you think about this? I came across this on TikTok. And this grandmother and grandson, she posted this on her TikTok. She says, I love my grandson, even though you were part of that rainbow community. And you got a little sugar in your tank. You still my grandson. Could you imagine this man right about me? That is backhanded. It's so backhanded. It's just like, wait, what?
Yeah, that is so backhanded. That's yeah.
Yeah, Granny's still ignorant. Well, not a Granny's still always be. That's true.
Well, you know they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Well, and you can't teach an old bitch how to be a dog. The bitch has a dog any fucking way. Essentially, she others him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In that post, you know.
What can I get
It's
you?
like, bro, you ain't have to say that. Like,
Yeah, that was unnecessary.
right.
That was unnecessary.
Get my children out of here. Oh, get my children out of here. There's grown people having conversations with my children is in here. Yeah. Now, we're still boycotting Target.
Yes, we are.
Now, I don't know why Rick Ross got his fat ass over there in Target. Now, listen, I'm going to die on this hill. Y'all always talk about Cassette Michelle and what she did and this, that, and that. You all just keep giving passes to these Negroes. Rick Ross, 50 Cent, Nelly, Snoop, Nelly. It's just like Ashanti, Ice Cube, Ashanti, Tina Campbell, Gloria Gaynor, CeCe Winans, Kim Burrell.
Hey, buddy, so you heard about me and
Yeah, but she should have told him. She should have told him. If y'all all over Laverne like that, why y'all didn't know what CeCe Winans? Y'all over there tearing Laverne up about her white man, bitch. Y'all need to be on CeCe Winans about her black nigga. Her black nigga backer. I don't understand why the men get past this. They said Tasha Cobbs. Tasha Cobbs, yes. Performing for the Kennedy Center. Gloria Gaynor. I will survive. She got. Listen, she sounded a fool singing the other day to somebody. Oh, Gloria Gaynor. Bitch, she sounded a fool. Bitch, and when I tell you I would never play I Will Survive, but I ain't never liked that song. I never really got into it. But so hold on, you got to show Rick Ross. But what she was saying that the song was attached to Israel. And it was survive. You got to see her doing that other day. Israel. And her doing the bags, it's about Israel. Well, Israel is the one that's let us have peace in America. I shut up, bro. Let's see Rick Ross over here in the Target.
I'm in Target. Yo, look at this, guys. Yo. Somebody say, what are we here for? Because we put some center bar. The center bars rip me in, guys, but as you can see.
Well, it's just niggas that be willfully tone deaf. And there are niggas that just do that just because it's just like, when that stuff affects you niggas, it don't affect me. And then some just do it just to be contrary. Just to be contrary, and also feel like, well, it's not that serious. That don't affect me, it affects you. Because that's definitely what all of that sounds like. That it don't affect me, it affects you. And that's just the truth about it, Mo. Right. It's like it don't affect me because I'm not gonna go through any of those hardships. Whatever. I'm rich. I already bought the boat. But it will affect him if y'all stop shopping at his Wingstop. Y'all stop eating at his Wingstop and stop supporting his shit, his music, and whatever else he got that he's putting out. Like to me, the hard part about all of this to me. His girl, I know her back about to go out pushing that nigga in. Shit, her back probably go out right when she laying on the stuff. Right. The thing that is so challenging to me is how there are always like small crops of black people who want to go against the grain. Want to go. Well, it's kind of like that Jubilee show when Amanda Seals was challenging all those color people up there. And I said that I really watched them talk about it. I was really watching. I was like, no, I'm really not deep into politics, but I was really watching it like, yo, this shit. Yeah. Do these niggas really believe this shit that they say? Yeah, they do. I watched it. You watched it, Mo? I was like, do these black ass and what's so awful about it? They're young. They're young. They're millennials. And like one of the guys that sticks out in my mind, or Gen Z, he's obviously like a Ben Carson fan. He grew up in Angola, a country in Africa. Well, he was born there. He grew up in Maine, which is a white state. And he had all these white, right-sided views. And it's just like, sir, you are brainwashed. You don't even know you're black. And you're sitting here trying to talk to her. You don't even know you're black. So you watched the whole thing. I watched the entire thing. And there was a black girl on there. She had like a blonde wig. It wasn't completely blonde. It was like mixed blonde and black. And she had a lot of trauma because some relative of hers had been killed through gun violence by somebody black. And so she had all this animosity about the black community and gun violence and why black people kill each other. But the truth is, people in every culture kill people within their own culture. Asian people kill Asian people, white people kill white people, black people kill black people. It's basically, what's the word? But if you really evaluate it, white people are the most violent. And if you look at the statistics, there have been more black people killed by white people than black people killed black people. Yeah, so white people are the most violent when it comes to things. White people have taken over cities and countries and violently have done that. And every group of people, not just black people. white people have overtaken not just black people, but the Japanese, the Chinese, the Native Americans.
You was that list goes on.
Huh?
So I was telling them I was trying to get them.
Have they came to Nigeria done it?
Huh? What?
They've done it in Africa.
Oh, the whole of course.
Yeah.
Between like enslaving other people and killing other people.
It's white people.
It's
I mean, like, they were eating black people. And then, you know what's crazy to me? The way that this Israel and Gaza thing is going on, and the way that they handle Rwanda and the Congo, girl, listen. The way that they stood there and they just let that happen. Because I talked about this before, very briefly. Yeah. When I was talking to people, I watched sometimes in April.
Oh yeah, you said that was even worse.
Sometimes, what is it on? Sometimes in April.
She said that's worse than
the Hotel Rwanda.
Yeah.
Hotel Rwanda was my movie. Hotel Rwanda was terrible. It was. With John G. But that sometimes in April fucked me up. I was in tears watching sometimes in April.
I still have to watch it.
Where can I watch it? It's gonna fuck you up, Freddie. Sometimes in April.
Yeah, when she told me, I'm going to watch it, but I was hesitant to watch it because she was saying that.
Like that. Hotel Rwanda was bad. But sometimes in April, I was so fucking broken watching sometimes in April. I was just like, oh my God. I could not watch. I don't even want to watch it now. Like it says, I can watch it on HBO Max. Craig, it's fucked up. Really?
And Hotel Rwanda was my movie.
Yeah, Hotel Rwanda was your movie, but sometime in April, it's more gritty and dark.
Right.
Oh wow. It was fucked up. I sat there and I watched all those children get killed. Yeah. Like I watched it. Like you know how they'll get to the part on maybe Rwanda and then they won't show the children being killed. Yeah. And sometime in April they showed those children being murdered. That was like Serafina. If you guys remember that movie years ago with Whoopi Goldberg and those little African children, I think in South Africa, they just wanted an education. And those white people shot them down because those little kids were just they were in their uniform. They were just trying to go to school. And these white people shot them down because they were trying to keep them from getting an education. Yeah, they were saying that school scene is sometimes in April. It was the most horrible thing that I had ever seen. I'll have to watch it. It was horrible. And then I can't handle it either, Ansel. Like I can't watch it again. Like I would not watch it.
Yeah. You watched the whole
I watched the whole thing, but I would not watch it again. I can't. And the way that the white people stood around and did nothing, like you see how they give aid to Israel and all that stuff. And they stood around and did nothing, like they did in Rwanda, in Hotel Rwanda.
But they didn't do that for Africa.
They stood around, they did nothing, and they actually were encouraging it. And that goes back to the whole Hurricane Katrina thing, because they were saying in the documentary that you all sent aid to California when there are those brush fires. You all sent aid down to Florida when those hurricanes go through there. But those are white territories. New Orleans is mostly black. It's primarily black. And you guys didn't send support for us. And the other thing that I did not say earlier was part of the reason that they could send military planes in to airlift people out, because there was a war going on at the time. And a lot of the military that would have otherwise been in Louisiana were overseas.
That's the Afghanistan.
I think it was Afghanistan.
Yeah,
but I'm excited.
Yeah, they don't do that for African countries unless it's maybe South Africa. But if it's any other type of like majority black populated country in Africa, all you do is hear about it.
They were not right.
Yeah,
they were not right.
Yeah, all you do is hear about it. They don't do anything. But so I'm not surprised about that.
That's terrible. That's the last time we saw Kanye. When they said George George Bush doesn't like black, don't care about black. Yeah, that's the last time we saw it. They showed that clip. That was the Netflix. Yeah, but that's the last time we ever saw Kanye sing. A sing, Kanye. Yeah. That was the last time.
What not doing this?
And that's when we were growing up, and that was MTV News. I remember the shit was when I was 10. They said George Bush does not like black people, and I was like, oh.
Oh.
There were moments on TV that shit that didn't happen live that I just feel like, oh. I'm saying I just keep that since we came back to the Katrina thing. I just cannot imagine if I was there. Like I found myself thinking about how I would have managed if I was down there, like trapped. Like these people, they were trying to get from out of the Superdome. And there was a point where the military, they were being aggressive to the people. They were like, well, when are we going to get out of here? How long are we going to be here? We don't have any water. We don't have any food. And here's the thing. I watched that on TV, too. Yeah. Like, Craig, as mature as we are, there have been many things that I've watched on TV that I was just like, well, I had the opportunity to see that live while it happened. Yeah. Like, I watched that second plane hit the building in New Orleans. In the two towers. Yeah, yeah. I didn't see the first plane. Yeah. But I watched that second plane hit that building, and I was like, wow, yo. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was in middle school around that time. Shit. I mean, high school.
Way he was at, hold on, ain't no motherfucking way he was in middle school, bitch. I was out of college.
I was in middle school.
You weren't in middle school.
I was like in the 13th grade. I was like in 8th or 9th grade. In 13th grade. Get out of here. I was like in 8th or 9th grade.
Let's see. We was having a real conversation. And he was up with the bullshit. You were not in middle school. That was 2001.
Yeah, I was in like middle school then. I was not in college. I definitely wasn't in college.
I watched that.
I remember because it was like a year.
Let him have it.
The year before.
Let him have it. Let him have it. Let him have it. He's about to be 38 next month. Let him have it. Listen, watch Challenger explode. I mean, here. Bitch. The Challenger just take my phone, bitch. So I was so broken up. Watch that bitch blow up. Sitting there like a right. All I can remember is the call. That white lady. The white lady. Yeah. We were sitting there. Teacher would cut shit off the TV. Just like, well, what happened? Because the shit went up, we were all sitting, and then come on. That's why they all have like it.
And I specifically remember because I remember them showing Bush and what he was doing. He was in a school classroom reading a book, and they had to come and tell him, yeah, be in trouble. Yeah, and he had like,
and he can't breathe. It's like he he was on vacation. He told me I'll be there in a minute. Well, that was because that's orchestrated by the government. And I've always felt that. Yeah. That was him. That was him trying to raise war against Saddam Hussein. That was some personal shit. You know. And if you think the government won't use administration, won't sacrifice people on some personal shit, just like that plane crash that happened, ain't nobody talking about no more. Which one? The shit that happened in D.C. at the time of the year. Oh, the one that crashed into the helicopter. Yeah, but that helicopter did that. Yeah. Nobody's talking about that no more. Nobody's talking about that anymore.
That's true.
All those kids and shit on that motherfucking flight. I told you I don't think it was true. And it was lit. And the game is, it was coming down to land. Yeah. They had been on their flight. It was like 15 minutes out from landing. And that helicopter said, well, nobody's talking about that no more. I'm telling you, there's a tennis team, a volleyball team, a self man, let me go. Then the ones that's always in the quick stop it. Get me off that flight. I need to be on no plane with no sports team. Stop this. You just stop it. The only team I need is some gun. I need you to stop this. Get me off of here, bitch. You said where was the challenger? I don't know what year was that. 85 or 3. I watched that bitch blow up on TV. Man, I remember Space Ship Challenger. I watched that bitch blow up. It's 86, I say 85. That motherfucking plane that came down is. I always talk about this. That plane that came down is Sioux City. I watched that shit on TV. I watched that live on TV. That plane versus that Sioux City, I was forever destroyed. I was like, girl. We could have pulled that shit up on each other. We would have that shit. Oh my God. Big show is that one that have down there in the Everglades. I didn't see that. I didn't see it live either. I was like, that's the gators got to the people. That's that's what ever makes way. I had a meltdown watching that video. In 1986, I was 10. Challenger. Yeah, bro. What year were you born? 87. So you say your mom for one. For one. I was born in 87. Listen, you said your mom knew that. Somebody said their mom knew. Where? Their mom knew the crew. Girl, that shit was crazy. They knew who? The crew on the Sioux City Eye was like, oh, really? Girl, that shit destroyed me. Bitch, I was so devastated watching that shit. I watched that bitch. That shit was on the news. I was sitting there watching the shit. I was like, no. I'm laughing at the comments. Somebody in the comments said, I wasn't even concede. Not too much, okay? That shit was, oh my God. Bitch, I watched Great Skip. I watched him go get Elian Gonzalez. Wait, what is that? What was that? Bitch, Elian Gonzalez. I watched Channel 7 News. I remember that, but what was that? Bitch, that's that Cuban boy. And what was when I was living in Miami? And what happened when they told that bitch she had to get back to Cuba? Oh, for real? And no motherfucker, they told him down there that he was not going back to Cuba. And they was like, watch this. Hold my beer. And what happened? Bitch, I watched him go inside that house to get that Elian, the Channel 7 News. I vaguely remember. I remember the name, but I don't remember the story. You look up Elian Gonzalez. They went in there and captured him. Well, why were they trying to get him? What? They said it was Janet Reno. You know, Janet Reno was the she was the attorney general. That's what I remember. Like the first one I remember was the goal. I remember the goal. Olympics. I think it was 96 Olympics. Elio Gonzalez. Where he went, yeah, I think, was it a bomb that he had for the 96 Olympics? Is that thing? No, I don't remember that. I was living in Miami. I'm not spelling out. I'm from Miami. I don't know about that. Man, do y'all remember that? Do y'all remember that? Wait. At the Atlanta Olympics. What was the name? What was the boy's name? Elian Gonzalez. Oh, the bomb guy. I remember that Elian Gonzalez was in that car. They would have, bitch, let me tell you about WSBN, Channel 7 News down there in Miami. Bitch, they were messing. They were the best news station ever. Really? WSBN, Channel 7 News. They listen, we used to work at Precision Response Corporation. We were in the break room. The lady who I work with, girl, she came in the break room and she had just got off of work. Just got dropped off of work. Bitch, we saw the news station. They was inside that woman's car. Her nigga did something. Dropped her off of work and did something, bitch, and went down the highway. And bitch, they was Sean said, she was in the break room, said, The Jesus was in that before. Yeah.
Hey, well, we all agree in the six.
Wait, before we go there, let y'all understand. Because I'm going to tell y'all the background. Let y'all understand. How they went in there and gathered Elion Gonzalez off of that fucking. They went in that bitch was in the closet. They had told the children they was not letting Elion go. I think Elion might be 8 or 7. He was a young boy. He was older. He was 6. He was wherever. He was a 10. Them children, they watch this. Bitch, they not giving Elion up. Them motherfuckers out in South Florida, in South Dade, Florida, Dade County. He's coming out of here. He's coming out of here. Bitch, they just like that thing and snatch that bitch up out of the car. They were easily giving him up. Here you go. There you go. So it says Elion was a 6-year-old. He was at the center of a high-profile international custody dispute between the members of his family that also involved Cuba and the United States. He said the Cuban boy was sent back to Cuba who was found floating in the Florida Straits body of water in 1999 after his mother drowned during an escape attempt from Cuba. An international custody battle erupted between his father in Cuba and his relatives in Miami, culminating in a federal raid that returned his father over. Remember, I said that federal, that raid, they were counting down, they were outside the house. These people sitting there like, bro, this shit, wow. People sitting there watching that shit like, bro, they were in the like that. Even though it's great, but I didn't remember. They were really anti, they were going to battle and not give you another. Wow. And put feet in order. And then put feet in order. They were handing you like, great, go. Oh, yeah, I watched that. That Bronco. I watched that Bronco go down the street. Well, you know, while we get car chases, we got one in the stores. Let's see.
Southbound Long Beach now making another westbound turn here, finding another gas station. Might be the same one. He must be low on gas. Driver stepping out of the vehicle. And he's going to drop it right here. And he's going to get gas. This driver nervously getting gas after feeling some degree of relief here, although you can tell he's still very animated. He's got his shirt covering his face, clearly aware of the helicopters, but pretty unaware of the fact that he's pretty much on his own down there. There's really nobody pursuing him anymore. All of the law enforcement is pulled off. LAPD has abandoned this pursuit. California Highway Patrol has sent their helicopter off to other assignments. So it looks like he is really just, he's got a little wad of cash there, maybe. I mean, he couldn't be acting any more suspicious, I'll tell you that. Just dropping the drive. This is a wild scene here as he just drops the pump and continues on after a quick splash of gas. Now back on the run here, but there's nobody behind him as he continues to drive like a maniac through here. And now getting back onto Long Beach Boulevard, there's CHP now just about 1 block behind him with lights and sirens blaring. He'll come out the other side of this overpass, or he could pull the classic move There he is. He's coming out the other side.
That's not him.
He is now underneath.
Oh.
He's out.
He bailed.
He's out. He pulled it. He bailed under the freeway, and the vehicle is rolling. Law enforcement pulling up here, spotting the lonely vehicle, the empty vehicle, and that suspect is on foot right behind them. You have to presume that he is now hiding underneath the 10 freeway. That vehicle just rolled into a light pole, and the pursuit is over, and now it becomes a manhunt for that suspect, that driver who pulled maybe the smartest move of his night underneath the 10 freeway, just dumping the vehicle where he was out of sight from law enforcement, out of sight from the helicopters, and gosh, if he walks away from this, I tell you, this was a wild one, Mark.
Indeed. Well,
That's like when the real car people take the brand and come back on full. You know, some people say, bring this bitch back on full. Got it on full, bring it back on full. So back up. I'm just trying to figure out how was he able to sit there and fill up. Well, like the real dummies here is the police. That's what I'm saying. The real dummies here, man, they I guess they thought they were smart to say, let me get here. That was the real dummy. People all get up on their ass and they call roll like this. And then according to the comments, they were saying that he still got away. Oh, for real? They never caught him? Of course. You such a big man. Why would they pull up to the gas station and gather this shit? Right.
That's
you let this man get at least about a good $40 worth of gas.
And then, we found the pursuit. Okay, we can go get gas and get one man. Let's get some coffee.
That's crazy.
That is wild.
Have you ever lived with someone? A guy? Have I ever lived in his house or he lived in mine? Or both? A man is always living in my house. Yeah, I don't play that. You never have the opportunity to put me out. It don't work like that. Here in Atlanta or just in Florida? In Florida. Okay. No, man, that man living with me shit was over. That's what I got here. So how did y'all do the bills? Did y'all split the bills? I was a breadwinner. I've always been a breadwinner. So you were paying all of the bills? Yeah. And that's how I continued to get out. So he was just living there for free? No, he was sucking me up and fucking me. He was paying his dues. Dear God. She said, that's what I asked. Go ahead, tell me again. I answer.
What was buying the groceries?
It was me.
What's the longest you've ever cohabitated with someone?
Maybe 90 days.
90-day fiance.
Maybe 90 days. I came across this video on TikTok. I mean, what the reason that you asked besides this video? Well, I mean, are you judging me? I'm not. Is the man ever lived with you? Yeah. He split the bill? Absolutely. Oh, no. That means that was your house. No, it's mine. No. I was the only one on the list. The reason why... No. I was the only one on the list. No. Comments mode. We click on it. Comments. Please, comments mode. It's easy for you to understand that when you're going down the middle of the bill, that's your house. Well, he wasn't on the list. I don't give a fuck what they leave that.
Go to court and they find out.
If you were going down the middle with the bill,
you wouldn't be able to keep
that's your house. I have no problem with anybody out. I want you to understand this my shit. I want you to get this. The minute that he's going down the motherfucking bill, that's your house. Guess what? They got out. Yeah, they got out. Well, they got out of that too. Even with their bill coming in, they got out of that. And they still stop. Yeah, they got out of that. Even with them having mail, they got out of that. We all got jobs around here. But I just want you to know, I don't want you to bust nothing with me. Because I don't want you to be dependent on that. No, that's the thing about roommates and shit like that. But we gonna earn our keep around here. The cheap is earned. I didn't stay with. Oh, I did too. You gonna also pick up the bill. I did. I'm the breadwinner. I was. I'm the breadwinner. So basically, you gotta stay. So basically, he was a stay-at-home mom. He was a kept man. He was a stay-at-home mom. That's my kid was flowing in him. He was a stay-at-home mom. He was a stay-at-home mom. We both were stay-at-home moms. So you kept your cats. For the 9 months, I carried you. Talk God, I prayed for you. Really? No charge. I don't know that song. That's Shirley Caesar. Yeah, I don't really listen to that. So I said he was out of gas. All right, I got that. He wasn't out of gas. I just didn't want him to split that with me. Because when you start splitting shit with people, like even when I've had people that have lived in the house with me, like when I've given them opportunities, like they have, next week, I didn't want them to split like charity. It's like charity. So the Starhouse was not your first charity. It was not. So the starter house was not your first charity. It was not. It was starter house. The majority of the houses I lived in have been starter house. See, it's more the TS often, the TS is ending up in dollars. But if the town was stay coming to get them out of here. It's a dinner. Get those children out of here. Okay? They work out. That's right. But I want you to know that the moment that you start spending money, you get what I'm saying. This whatever. Just like if I'm like when I walk around with niggas that have money, you give me the money, you don't need to know what bills it is. You give it to me, I got it. Because when we start splitting bills, you think that you have half of the, you got half the rights. That don't work like that. Only don't still give you the money to pay for it. Yeah, split them up, but you don't know what bill I'm getting. I check the bill out every day. But if he gives you the money, but if he gives you the money, he's not splitting the bill. He's not splitting no bill with me. He's not splitting no bill. He's not splitting no bill. So I'm not going downtown with nobody out. I can't go downtown and pay $75 for my car. If you got to wait on you to have a hearing and all that, he's still there. Yeah, he's still there. We got to have a hearing in my share. You ain't paying nothing for hearing. Somebody Chance to kill him. Oh, God. Oh, I can't take it. I was scrolling on TikTok the other day, and this lady, I thought this video was very interesting. And I honestly think that it's good advice for women, especially young women, starting out.
I'm not trying to sound strict, but why do you live with your boyfriend? Like, you cannot see how you, as a girl, with all your freedoms, clearly you can afford some rent, some housing. Why would you choose to live that you're legally able to? And don't get me wrong, I know that there are different life situations out there. There are people that come from abusive families that are looking to escape that dynamic. I understand. Choosing to live with a boyfriend. I could never understand. I literally lived at home until all I had to do my body. I was like, oh, okay, fine. I'll live in the van. Why would you choose that? Vacation. I need to know. Yes. If you're thinking about, should I have my boyfriend when this is up? That's the answer. No. Live by yourself. Live with your parents. If it's a healthy dynamic. Don't live with no boyfriend and a friend. Boyfriend.
I agree with her. Here's the thing, I tell you all the time that I feel like that a man needs to go home. You don't want to, you don't like, do not want to live with my next partner. I feel like that if they're my significant other, I'd like for him to go home.
And especially like young women, like especially like when I was in college, a lot of girls like when they moved off campus, they had their boyfriend officially. Parents, we have children that are moving off campus. I'm here to tell you, their boyfriends are spending the night, they fucking carrying on. Parents of young girls, like the door on the car, some rag and pull up the way back the car, shit around, shit out. But I don't know, I just think that don't let that nigga go there. Like, stop letting him go into your clothes. How your partner, whatever it is. Here's I'm gonna say some real ass shit. I think that you should live separate for a couple of years before you get married. I think that you and your partner should live separate for a few years before you get married because you gotta see how he maintains. It may be on top of your bills, on top of your shit. He may be a bit more secure. He's gonna bring that shit over there into your marriage. He's gonna bring those away to whatever you do with the small things, you do with whatever you give him. Yeah. Whatever you do with the small things, this is exactly what you do with the big things. You give him the big opportunity just after you get married. Yeah, like shit. Even after we get married, I'm keeping some. I may need to get away from you, nigga. I may need to get away.
Let's get out of here.
I may need to go to my little office somewhere. I might need to get away. You feel me? Allison said my husband and I lived together for 18 years. Yeah, before getting married. They lived together 18 years? Y'all been together for 18 years. Well, what? I'm trying to figure out what moment was like. Let's go ahead and get married. I mean, they might be. So I didn't hear from you. They might have been together. Like, they lived together. Like, they might have okay, but that's now 36. Graduating Tuesday about 17 years old. I'm just thinking like, well, why at 36, if it's at 18 if it started, like why wait all those years to get married? We ain't getting no younger, might as well. Hey, yes, because I didn't oh God, it's away. Let's get married. If it ain't broke, don't be there. Start it. So you went to y'all 38? Well, it wasn't broke, it wasn't. Okay, oh, Fred, you did say it. You did say it. Come on, let me back quiet. You did say it. Oh, and the performance of the 27, 25. Oh, now that's 26, but you got the performance of the 25. Now you said that when they got together. That night, from a moment to be the one. Correct. And so 6 years after that, Angelo begins to develop and become violent. And then 13 years after that, she said they went got married. Got married because he said, "Oh, this is going to get like this."
Well, I do believe that you should spend a lot of time to get to the point that
oh, so who's divorced now? Was it y'all divorced? Somebody else? Somebody y'all business out of get the cash out here. Right. Because we found out about these girls on each other, look. We have. I wanted to be with one husband. I was young. I mean, you back. She got it out.
Now have that. Some of the men have known the Bible.
So how many you know, man? Greg said he only knows one. How many married ones you know?
You won't get know that, my man. It's there. Yeah. But this is the thing. Spirit men are single. The spirit men were single. Because they the quick one of that, they can't see that. They catch this thing. Most married men are single. You didn't know that? And you didn't know that most married men are single? 90% of married men are single. And we all down in the DR. Shit, while we talking, we down in the DR. All the Rick Hall. Wait, which one is it? Oh, yeah, that's right. Most married people are single. Maybe y'all on the own single strip. Down in the hill. No, don't take it. Why? I don't know. You gotta take a little thing. That's a single man with a good friends. It was another thing. It's actually. It's me, sir. And I'm getting this and that. Yeah, because I just want y'all to know that most married men are single ladies. Your husband is single. Yeah. He lives at home. Your husband is single. There's a ring, there's square, there's a man, there's a bitch man. And a lot of times men don't take that ring off because they're not checking that. I'm putting y'all up with something. A lot of times why men don't take that ring off, they cheat on you. That's a bitch man. A ring is a bitch man. For men. He said that you should have come out. You show up to the messages. The messages in the Instagram and the phone. What is it? Awesome. Hello? You're not listening to me? The ring that your husband wears, that's a bitch man. That's why he don't take it off. So say at least you keep my phone. I don't know. See that type of kids, she has not like any type of figure that I think is happening. And then like I have two percent. You know, I got it. Like we're all like this. And it was crazy to me because like I didn't snap after this film going out to different types of things, fashion to that's actually fine. Not my thing, but I'm genuinely not just that much. But I thought that the whole thing was to not get rid of it. Because you don't want to just do another party, you want to take and get up out there, get your love.
fine shit, but I got y'all niggas just can't fucking pay shit. But you take it and watch me let it out with the cost, y'all go with the cost. I think it's more than enough to be honest. It's like something that's kicking it joints like that. It's crazy. So that I come in America when you talk, you got all these things you want to take the holiday, but then you just line up off the country and take country. Yeah. Nasty work. So, today we're going to talk about the passport program. I heard about it, it sounded like some dumb shit, but I saw it and it was passport program.
You leave in the country just to go. Well, I guess because the currency is different, I guess. So I guess they feel like it's cheaper to accommodate. I guess chicken is cheaper over there than it is in America.
Well, I'm sure.
Is that why you think that they're doing that?
I had got a copyright for that.
I was trying to figure it out, so I'll get rid of it.
Yeah, I'm sure that's part of it, but I think it also goes back to something that I said, on one of these previous shows. I think a lot of times now people are more interested in companionship than they are a relationship. There's responsibilities that come with being in a relationship. There's a certain level of maturity, focus that comes with being in a relationship that you don't have to have when it comes to companionship. There's no accountability to companionship. We're just hanging out and just starting. Over here.
Stuck my head out. Don't answer the phone to Lester Crest. All right. Let's go.
As in past tense? Yes, F-O-R-M-E-R. Not present. F-O-R-M-E-R. Minus the trend. F-O-R-M-E-R. Just formerly. It's not present. Form here. Retired. Okay, current. Retired. Yeah. I'd like you to understand that it's called the GFE. Look at that. The girlfriend experience. As a former prostitute, sex worker,
Yeah.
and pussy provider.
What?
Not just be provider.
Provide.
Bam.
Hey, hey.
Bam. What's the providing that? Wait, you got a pussy? You already have it? Was it portable? It was a portable pussy. It goes with her wherever she is. As a former pussy provider, it's called the GFE. Okay. A GFE may run you a certain amount of depends on the form. Okay. The form may charge a certain amount of money to give you. Okay. The GFE goes out with you, hold your hand. Yeah. At the situation of whatever it is that you decide to give the GFE to. Right. And there's no condom.
Oh, really? So wait, time out. So if you do all of that, so it said like, so that means there's no time limit on it or anything?
Well, it's all working to the price of the form. The form has a specific price for her GFE.
So how long does that last? Then if that's
how much money you got?
Oh, that's what it depends on?
That's like those girls flying out there to eat chicken. That's a GFE experience too.
So it said, Marlon said it started out at 500.
I mean, that's what cheaper for. You was supposed to suck my dick for $500. Right. If you suck it, that don't mean it's necessarily going to come. Right. That's not money. Right. If it spits, that's $1. Right. Now the GFE, bitch, outside just doing GFE and providing ain't no rubber here. There were girls that were providing ain't no condom here. GFE. Okay.
So that's a whole. So wait. So depending on how much money, they have, will determine how long that experience is going to last. So that experience will last.
That depends on the horse body. Whatever the horse considers her body and her time is worth.
Yeah.
So kind of like with Pretty Woman, the movie. Yeah, that was a GFE. Right. Her GFE was $3,000. Yes. Right. Yeah. That was her GFE, and that was good money during that time. Right. She went to a certain amount of events, and she had a vagina. Other girls that don't have that, they are not the pussy. I do. Got it. A pussy and a vagina are two different things. Yeah. Now, in the hetero world, a pussy and a penis in our world, a pussy and a vagina are two separate entities. You can never sell your vagina, but if you're showing about some pussy and a penis. Never sell you a vagina.
So they walk up,
but you show them about some pussy.
So man, they walk up to you, they're like, baby,
I know. Oh my God. Now let's start talking about vagina. I can't do that. Yeah. Can't do that.
wow. Oh my God.
So what for pretty woman? No, there was no doo-doo. Vagina don't have doo-doo. And pussy don't have doo-doo either. Not a clean pussy. You said Master just make up all the things. No, that's not. I'm not making any of this up. I was a prostitute. I was a prostitute. But I'd like to also finish explaining the Pretty Woman's GFE. You know, she was providing him a vagina and all those things. He paid her $3,000. That didn't include her per diem. Right. Her per diem she had to eat. Right. Her base time was $3 grand. He was going to loan it. And then she also needed clothes to go to the transition to the provider and take her to. Correct. So, as a transformer and a former prostitute, as a Decepticon. Oh God. As a Rolex. As a Decepticon.
So you were Megatron.
I was there the Decepticon. As a Decepticon. It's Megatron. I'll let them provide pussy and a GFE. With the GFE, the rub were mandatory. And it was a limited GFE. Right.
So you didn't do
you weren't fucking wrong.
So you didn't do the
it was limited GFE. The full GFE now. No, because I'm not going to sit there and let you. I mean, obviously, if you're doing a GFE, you're doing a GFE with all the high-end girls. Right. You know. So, you know, and then there are low-end girls that have GFE experiences too. That's minus the taking me out of public. That's minus the this and that. That's just coming in with no rubber. That's just the and your belt gets swept away like hers. That's how it gets swept away. That's just the GFE. Right. Now there are levels to the GFE. And I used to get those calls and I told them, I'm Madison. Yeah. Hi. Do you provide GFE? I'm like, oh, I didn't know what GFE meant. Right. I was like, what? I was like, what? Yeah. And the very first time that I got in the car with a person and it was like, hey, do you provide GFE? I'm like, right.
You're a cop. I'm not a cop. I'm helping
This was
Lester.
in the Bronx
Have you done
State.
it?
What the fuck is a GFE?
And so then they explain.
Oh, so you learned that
I
on the
don't
clock.
have the Pacific Standard frequency here. I don't have my tools. Ain't that convenient?
I learned the GFE on the clock.
Come on.
On the job training. Yes.
We'll meet you back at your place. And don't worry, the transponder will be ready for the job.
That's why I didn't get an HSBC. And I'm still making $500 an hour. And an HSBC, you didn't make the name of that. But it was very much so. I was like, bro, what the fuck is a GS here? What the fuck is a DME? And I'm telling you something, white men do that. It was white men that were saying GFE.
GFE. GFE.
Because niggas was like, can I take the rubber off? And then, this is how I started understanding when black men started maneuvering around in those circles. They started using the term GFE. When they call your phone and be like, hey, you provide GFE. I'm like, no. Right. No. No, I don't provide GFE. And GFE consists of no condom, following.
So basically, everything you do in a relationship, you're going to do for.
Well, not yours, because you said you don't want your girlfriend to swallow your nut. You see how quick I am?
No, you tapped me, then I tapped him. I saw. He never returned. No, he didn't. Alex, he'll take 300. He'll take sex education for 300.
I didn't say my girlfriend, though.
No, that is what you said.
I didn't say girlfriend.
That boring sex.
It's never boring. It is never boring.
We need a commercial break because I need to call Nanny. We need a commercial break.
He dropped. She hates something. God.
Oh, are you offering the BFE?
I may have to, you know. Depend. We got to talk about prices.
Wow, wow, wow.
We got to talk about prices.
Wow, wow. Oh, my God.
You pay for my room, you might have something to talk about.
Well, listen, we're paying for your room. So you get wait. No, you give us it has to be good. You're right. It has to be good. Give us the BFE.
Oh, I do the baby.
Wow, wow, wow.
I do the baby.
Oh, it's so listen. Wow, wow, wow. 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 Let me play with your move. No. Can we go back to another commercial? Just give me a cheap one. No, please, no. Wow, wow.
You want to just check what he needs?
So get the you're moving me out tonight. Your ass down to that welfare, you should tell me, baby.
Going international. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. August 5th through the 9th, 2026, Live Talk Live in Antigua will be going down, baby. Get your tickets at www.livetalkinternational.
We seen y'all talk. Meanwhile, the people are making money on pay for yourself. While y'all talking, and some of those people are going to use that same pay for your site to pay for their trip, and it's entire them and their friend. Correct. In one of those study groups. Because the gag is, Craig is also adding onto his bungalow package because he's going to do pay for your site. Wow, wow, wow. You better know it. You better know it. Craig, tell me about pay for your site. Sorry. Well, pay for your sale is an opportunity for you to make tax-free money. It's under the table because you're paid in through Zelle or a debit card, like a virtual debit card. and you're paid for your opinion. You give your opinion on different products or services. So it's basically a focus group. So if you visit www.paidforyoursay.com, it's scrolling at the bottom of your screen. Use promo code FAGTALK125. It will cost you $125 to sign up. But once you pay that one time, you're in it permanently. You do not pay again. You do not pay taxes on the money unless, of course, the study is over $600. Most of the studies average about $200, $250, and you'll make your money back probably within 2 studies. All right? But it's an opportunity for you to make money, especially if you've lost your job or you're concerned about losing your job, et cetera, et cetera. I wanted to talk about the U.S. Open that just happened the other day. Forgive me for not knowing the young lady's name. It's a young black tennis player. What's her name? I know you guys know. And she got into it with this white girl who was from another country. I don't know her name either. No, it's a white girl.
Her name is Taylor Townsend.
Taylor Townsend is the black girl. Yeah. And then the white girl's name, I can't remember her name. No, it wasn't Coco.
Pronounce her name.
Yeah, it wasn't Coco, it was Taylor. Taylor Townsend.
The white woman's name is Ostapenko.
Right, she's from somewhere else.
Yeah.
But at any rate, she's Russian. Yes, the white girl is Russian. So long story short, Taylor mopped her ass up over there on that tennis court. And the white girl, of course, couldn't handle that. She got her ass whipped. And so she called herself trying to lecture and reprimand Taylor. And Taylor just handled it with lots of dignity. She basically said, I need you to learn how to accept a loss. That's what she told the white girl. Like, don't try to lecture me and come up with all these excuses and reasons for why you lost. Just accept that you lost the game. Go ahead, Mom.
I can't speak on what her intentions were. I can only speak on how I handled the situation. And how I handled it is someone who's upset about the outcome that occurred. You lost, and you're upset about that. Saying I have no education and no class, I don't really take that personally because I know that it's so far from the truth. The thing that I'm the most proud of is that I let my racket talk. Because ultimately, I'm the one here sitting in front of you guys, moving on to the next round, getting the next check, moving on, being able to still be here and speak to you guys. And that's what's the most important. She's packed up and she's gone.
Okay. But yeah, so in the top of that video, you can see that the white girl, whatever her name is, Austin somebody, was trying to lecture Taylor. And Taylor said to her, listen, because the white girl basically told her that she was uneducated. It was like, no, you just need to learn, right, and classless. No, you need to learn how to accept the loss.
What is class? What is the definition of class?
Let's look and see exactly what.
Because I know that I've been told that I don't have any class, and I'm okay with certain things.
I know I don't have any coof with stuff. I have no coof with things, but I've been getting better. Have you? I want to ask y'all this. Have y'all not noticed how good I've been? Like how I've been paying a lot of the comments. You know what I'm saying? Like Maddie Mom, Pin Mom, have y'all not? Oh, they said Craig has class, Maddie not so much. Okay, I received that Cosmic Journey. I received that. But I have more money than Craig does. How do you know that? How do you know that? You don't know that. I make $12,000 a year. Craig makes 11.5. Craig makes 11.5. I make 12,000. I went up last year. The white girl, she's not from Russia. Somebody in the comments said she wasn't from Russia, so I looked up. She's from Latvia. But it says class. This, I don't know if this is really what it sounds like.
It does sound like one of those stop here.
Showing stylish excellence. Listen, let me explain something to you. The class that I displayed this week on my press run, you guys have to commend me on that. The class that I displayed this week in all those nigger spaces, nigger, N-I-G-G-E-R spaces, all those black colored nigger spaces. When I walked into those spaces and the class that I had to display in the face of challenging, even challenging me as a black transgender woman, and I didn't go in those spaces, whatever. I handled that with grace and class. So for whoever that was that said, Craig has more class to be Maddie, not so much, great, that's okay. Obviously, you're a pen pal, and that's fine. You always try to other my people. No, our people are together. Right. But the pen pal, whenever somebody disagrees, excuse me, that you always say, oh, that's a pen pal. Excuse me, but the pen pal, they watch that. They watched me go on that whole tour, on that whole thing, and they were at my back. Yeah. And those people were really carrying on. And one of the gentlemen was explaining to me that there's no way possible that he could, he could call a man a she. A male a she. And I said to him, I said, sir, let me explain something to you. I'm not trying to change your view. However, if we're going to engage, I pronouns is she and her. Should you decide that you don't want to, as always, don't let them know you're breaking in until you want them to know you're breaking in. Sounds like the Lost are mobilizing their troops. A wrecked bike is no good to us, people. Stay out in front of them. I think you're in the clear. Drop the bikes in the alley, and we're nearly a go.
Damn, that is a nice ride. I would kill for that car.
Okay. So, are you ready?
Here we go, the one we've all been waiting for. Alright, put your masks on when you get in the bank, then crowd control. You're on, well, crowd control. You get in their faces, shout at them, shoot near them if you have to. Just try not to kill them. I knew that wouldn't be cool. Demolitions, hacker, your first job's to subdue the guards. Again, try and do it without killing them. Then when that's done, go downstairs and hit the vault. I've given you special carbines with suppressors. Use them wisely. Like I said, this is a big deal, people. Don't fuck it up. Right about now, the CEO of Pack Standard is calling the mayor. He's probably patched in the chair of the union depository, and they're all about to tear the gas out of the chief of police. Cops on the street will be highly motivated to bring you down. But you don't need to worry about that. Just get to Raton Canyon. I got a plan. So, have any dye packs gone off in the bags? Do you know because you'd be covered in paint? No? That means the transponders worked. Thank you, Bobby Schwartzman. You know when you'll have lots of time? When you're put in jail for robbing a bank and putting down a load of cops. You don't have time right now. Get out of there as quick as you can. Use the bikes to get away from the cops and to get upstate. We left a dinghy in Raton Canyon. That's your exit plan. There's a route coming to your GPS now. It'll take you off-road, away from the cops, and towards our boat. Stay together or go a different way if you want, but this'll be the safest route. I like the way you operate. If this job had gone different, we'd be dealing with a whole lot more cops. Go, 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 go! Move it fast way to get away from the cliff. As soon as you're airborne, ditch your bikes and start gliding. That's easy, right? Coming from a guy who walks with a cane. You see that boat in the creek? That's where you're aiming. We've got an advantage on the cops right now, but it won't last for long. So let's make it count, people. Move before they figure out what happened. There's a lot of confused voices coming out of my police scanner right now. You know what? I might have just pulled this off. Maybe I am a genius after all.
Oh, my friends! We did it! Well, you did it. Woo, I know I didn't do that much, but you I thought you were just a bunch of creepy and quiet weirdos. Turns out you're a bunch of creepy, quiet weirdos with talent. You rob and you steal and destroy like geniuses. Oh, I love it. I love it. Here, let me wire you your money. I will never forget the good times. All the laughs we had. You're like family. The picnic, the hike in the woods, and all the selfies, and oh, and the time we went rollerblading, and we watched the sunset, and we stayed up all night talking and sharing our innermost fears, and then what was that? That wasn't you? Even the skinny dipping and the... Oh. What are you saying? Oh. The drugs. Oh, man, the drugs. I am a heavily medicated man. I'm not well at all. I'm a little embarrassed. Okay, the money. Here. And here. And here. And... Here, okay, you better take off and take care, okay. Bye-bye.
Yo, look at these, yo, God.
Not trying to sound strict, but why do you live with your boyfriend? Like, I cannot.
I'm not making any of this up. I was a prostitute. Wow, 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 wow. Say, we seen y'all talking. Meanwhile, the people are making money on pay for your say. Y'all talking, and some of those people are going to use that same pay for your say to pay for their trip in its entirety, them and their freedom. Correct. In one of those study groups. Because the gag is, Frank is also added onto the all package because he's going to pay for your say. You better know it.
But I thought, bitch.
Tax-free money. It's under the table because you're paid in through Zelle or a debit card, like a virtual debit card, and you're paid for your opinion. You give your opinion on different products and services. So it's basically a focus group. So you visit www.payforyoursay.com. It's scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Use promo code FAGTALK125. It will cost you $125 to sign up. But once you pay that one time, you're in it permanently. You do not pay again. You do not pay taxes on the money unless, of course, the study is over $600. Most of the studies average about $200, $250, and you'll make your money back probably within 2 studies. All right? But it's an opportunity for you to make money, especially if you've lost your job or if you're concerned about losing your job, et cetera, et cetera. I wanted to talk about the U.S. Open that just happened the other day. Forgive me for not knowing the young lady's name. It's a young black tennis player. What's her name? I know you guys know. And she got into it with this white girl who was from another country. I don't know her name either. No, it's a white girl.
Her name is Taylor. Taylor. Taylor Townsend.
Taylor Townsend is the black girl. Yeah. And then the white girl's name, I can't remember her name. No, it wasn't
I can't even pronounce her name.
Yeah, it wasn't Coco, it was Taylor. Taylor Townsend.
The white woman's name is Ostapenko.
Right, she's from somewhere else. But at any rate, she's Russian. Yes, the white girl is Russian. So long story short, Taylor mocked my ass up over there on that tennis court. And the white girl, of course, couldn't handle it. She got her ass whipped. And so she called herself trying to lecture and reprimand Taylor. And Taylor just handled it.
Oh, well.
She basically said, I need you to learn how to accept a loss. That's what she told the white girl. Like, don't try to lecture me and come up with all these excuses and reasons for why you lost. Just accept that you lost the game. Go ahead, Mom.
I can't speak on what her intentions were. I can only speak on how I handled the situation. And how I handled it is someone who's upset about the outcome that occurred. You lost, and you're upset about that. Saying I have no education and no class, I don't really take that personally because I know that it's so far from the truth. The thing that I'm the most proud of is that I let her back and talk. Because ultimately, I'm the one here sitting in front of you guys, moving on to the next round, getting the next check, moving on, being able to still be here and speak to you guys. And that's what's the most important. She's packed up and she's gone.
Okay. But yeah, so at the top of that video, you can see that the white girl, whatever her name is, Austin somebody, was trying to lecture Taylor. And Taylor said to her, because the white girl basically told her she was uneducated. It's like, no, you just need to learn, right, in classes. No, you need to learn how to accept the loss. What is class? What is the definition of class? Let's look and see exactly. Because I know that I've been told that I don't have any class, and I'm okay with certain things. I know I don't have any cool with stuff.
All right, I'm going to bed.
With things, but I've been getting better. Have you? I want to ask y'all this. Have y'all not noticed how good I've been? Like how I've been paying a lot of the comments. You know what I'm saying? Like Maddie Bob, Pen Bob. Have y'all not Oh, they said Craig has class, Maddie not so much. Okay, I received that cosmic journey. I received that.
Okay, well, I will see y'all later.
More money than Craig does. How you know that?
Y'all have a great Tuesday. Have fun. Be safe. Whatever y'all plan on doing. And good night. Brush y'all teeth. And have sweet dreams.
I make $12,000 a year. Craig makes
Good night.